Hello, everybody. This is LC Muscles here. And I just want to ask you something right now. Are you fucking kidding me right now? No, I am being serious right now. Are you kidding me? Let's just get right into it, folks, because this is my review for WWE's Money in the Bank 2019. And oh boy, this show had promise, but this show was a major disappointment. And I sat through the entire show, folks. I sat through the pre-show all the way up to the main event, which makes me want to do something, which I'll talk about a little later. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about each match in particular and how ridiculous these matches are. The pre-show match, you're just going to start off with the first match, which is the Usos versus the Daniel Bryan and Rowan, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. This was an alright match. You know, it wasn't anything too special. The Usos always having their same kind of moves, always have the same kind of tactics. Daniel Bryan and Rowan kind of looked confused as a team together. They still haven't gelled together. Honestly, this was an alright match. I'd probably give it right around a 2 out of 5. Nothing particularly great, but you know, it wasn't a bad pre-show match. Then let's get into the main event, starting with main preview. So starting out the first match, it was the women's Money in the Bank match, and let me tell you something, folks. This match, like in most of this pay-per-view, was extremely predictable until the very end. But God, this match was kind of disappointing. Last year's was kind of decent, but this year kind of dropped the ball, and I had a feeling I knew who was going to win. Pretty much the only really big superstar that really performed well for me was Naomi. Honestly, everyone in the match was pretty weak, especially Dana Brooke. Gosh, she was awful in the match. One thing I was interested with Naomi is she looked dressed like Bumblebee from Teen Titans. I don't know if many people got that reference, but yeah, I was able to understand that reference. So, good on you, WWE, for making a Teen Titans reference. Why? I don't know. But yeah, overall, the women's Money in the Bank match, Bayley wins. I definitely saw this coming a mile away. I only really saw her or Nikki Cross win. Were the only two people I really could see winning. But yeah, overall, I'd probably give this right around 2.5. There wasn't probably the best spot of the night was probably the best spot of the match was probably the Ember Moon Eclipse from the jumping from the ladder, hitting it on. I think it was Natalia. I think it was Natalia. No, wait, I think it was either Natalia or Carmel. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, overall 2.5 out of 5. Then we have this match: Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe. This match was dumb. I'm sorry, this was a terrible match. Rey botched a headbutt, I think it was, and caused Joe to break his nose. And Rey Mysterio got a ridiculous win when he clearly his shoulder was up for more than 2 seconds, and he was awarded the title. Makes no sense. I'm going to give this a 0 out of 5. 0 out of 5. Yeah, this is a bad match. Terrible. Really short. Really no reason to really even do anything for this. This was just terrible. Then we have Shane McMahon versus The Miz. God, this was so disappointing. Their match at WrestleMania was really pretty good. I will admit that. It was pretty decent. But this match, completely and utterly disappointing. Shane McMahon looked gassed almost 2 minutes into the match. Especially when he literally tried to jump in the ladder last minute. And yeah, it was pretty bad, honestly. And how Shane wins, it was dumb. Literally, Miz is trying to suplex Shane McMahon for a steel, like on the top level of the steel cage, but he literally grabs onto his shirt too much, and Shane just slips out of his t-shirt. I'm sorry, that's stupid way to end a match. 0.5 out of 5. Nothing special here at all. Really slow. Both wrestlers really did not do anything for me. the suplex spot wasn't even that great because I'm like, I've seen so much better. Yeah, 0.5 out of 5. Nothing special here at all. Then we have the Cruiserweight Championship match between Tony Nese and Arya Daivari. Honestly, this was boring. Like, I've seen better Cruiserweight Championship matches, like Buddy Murphy when he was champion. Yeah, it was definitely a lot better. And this was just boring, honestly. It wasn't that bad. There were a few decent spots, but most of the match was boring. I'm going to give it right around a 1.5 out of 5. Nothing special here. Then we have Becky's back-to-back matches defending the Raw and SmackDown Women's Tag Team Championship matches, the championship titles. The first one wasn't bad. Like, I will give it, the Raw match was pretty decent compared to the SmackDown one. I think the SmackDown one was a little worse. But I liked how Lacey Evans looked, and like her entrance was probably one of the best things the entire show. God damn, she looked great. Like, holy shit, she looked great. But yeah, this was a pretty interesting match. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this was a pretty decent match. But overall, I think Becky winning was the right move, and I think what Lacey does before, like later on, actually helps her build up a little bit. So it wasn't that bad of a match, and she still looks strong because she's eventually going to win the title. Let's be honest, it's a matter of time. But Becky wins. Start the first part of her 2-part match. I'm probably going to give around a 3 out of 5. Nothing too crazy here. 3 out of 5. Then the Charlotte versus Becky match. This is probably the worst match I've seen them in. I've seen them in so many better matches. This was just, yeah, it wasn't my favorite match from between them. I probably think this is the worst match between them. Charlotte Flair wins. I saw this coming, and then Bayley cashing in on Charlotte was something I saw a mile away. I'm like, yep, I knew this was going to happen. Overall, the Charlotte Becky thing, the Becky thing was nice for her, but overall, I'd probably give around a 2 out of 5. With the Bayley cash in and winning, I probably would bump it up to a 3. So give it a 3 out of 5. And Bayley becomes the first ever women's Grand Slam champion. Good stuff. That's good for her. Then after that, we have an Elias concert where they show he beat up Roman Reigns backstage. And then we have also another one where it shows Sami Zayn being beat up by someone unknown in the back. You would think Triple H always Braun Strowman, he asked him to leave. Pretty much, yeah, that was a thing where Sami Zayn had to be rushed to hospital. There's going to be 7 entrants later on, or possibly in another one. But overall, yeah, it was really disappointing to see Sami Zayn out. I really wanted to see Sami Zayn in the match because I think his promos have been pretty good and they actually have been doing really well. But getting back to Elias, after he's ready to leave, guess who comes out? Muscle Boy Bitch Tits. He comes out, Superman punches Elias, then spears him in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. It's a 0. Another 0 out of 5. Really nothing at all really happens here. It's Elias getting buried by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns does literally not work at all. Yeah, 0 out of 5 here. Nothing at all. Really nothing. Okay, now we have the best match of the night. AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. This was an outstanding match. Is it one of my top matches of the year? I probably would say so. Is it the best match of the year? No, I don't think it's the best match of the year, but this is a really damn good match. Great spots from both Seth and AJ Styles. This is such a great back and forth match, and you can't go wrong with this match realistically. You just can't. This was a great match to watch, and this feud is not over. I really thought AJ was going to turn heel though here, but I guess they're going to wait a little bit, and I definitely think that Seth and AJ are definitely going to compete again. I could definitely see that. So I would definitely have to say probably the best moment of the night, when you first moment of the match, was probably the stomp leading to the Styles Clash like literally combo was just excellent. Then you have Rollins pretty much. Wait, I'm trying to remember what it was. There was one spot where it was like a back and forth between both guys' finishers, trying to hit a phenomenal forearm. He misses, then he hits a stomp. That was also great. But yeah, overall, fantastic match. 4.5 out of 5. Best match of the night. You can't go wrong this match. Is it the best match of the year? No, but that's Kofi Kingston, Daniel Bryan. But this was a very, very good match. You can't go wrong this match. Then after the Seth Rollins match, before they have a backstage interview with Kofi Kingston, leading up to their match, but before they have the Lucha House Party come out for a stupid segment to get buried by Lars Sullivan. This was I can't grade this because it literally wasn't even scheduled. It didn't last long. It was just Lars Sullivan showing himself and looking badass because he literally Kalisto busted his head open, Lars Sullivan, and it's like, well, I guess I can't grade anything here. This is just an ungradable squash. Really nothing here. Probably another 0, but you really can't grade this, honestly. Then we have a pretty good WWE Championship match between Kofi Kingston and Kevin Owens. Kofi's first defense as the WWE Champion. Facing off a guy who betrayed the New Day. And this was definitely worth it. This was a very, very good match. Both superstars had great quality chemistry with each other. There were some great back and forth moves. You had the funniest thing, I think, was probably one of the funniest things. After Kofi misses the trouble in I think he hits the first one, and then Kevin Owens tries at the start and tries to literally rip off his shoes. I'm just like, really, dude? But then Kofi Kingston hits the Trouble in Paradise and wins the match. There were some really good moves here. I probably think my favorite one was the SOS leading to the pop-up miss and then hitting the SOS. That combo right there was just brilliant. And then Kevin Owens just played a great heel, had some really good heel moments. 4 out of 5. You can't go wrong this match. Then during this show, we also get previews for the Super Showdown pay-per-view, which I will not be watching because the show looks like garbage. Featuring an Undertaker and Brock and Goldberg match that features them way out of their prime. Then, now we're going to talk about this because I have lots to say about this. It is the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men. And honestly, here's what I'm going to say. This had a solid chance of becoming my favorite match of the night. But guess who the fuck shows up at the very end of the match and ruins the entire show for me? Brock Lesnar. Yeah. After Sami Zayn's out and Braun Strowman's asked to leave the building, the match had some great spots before. You had some great spots. Ali had some fantastic spots. Andrade had great spots. Ricochet had some amazing performances. Finn Balor, this guy's ass whipped for the most part. Corbin wasn't doing bad. Like, he was probably the weakest member. Drew McIntyre has some really good stuff. Randy Orton had some pretty good match, very good stuff too. But it literally looks like Baron Corbin's going to win. And then after, I think he was close to getting live. I think someone kicks him out of the ring. And guess what? Brock Lesnar shows up and climbs the ladder and wins the Money in the Bank ladder match. Are you kidding me right now? This has got to be the worst ending to a pay-per-view I've probably ever seen. This is one of the worst endings ever. This is just absolutely despicable. Why in the fucking hell do you have Brock Lesnar come out of nowhere, who barely even knows how to climb a ladder, win the Money in the Bank briefcase? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Trust me, you should have had to put it on Drew McIntyre. He was the rightful winner, and he had the chance to win it. But yet WWE, you fucked up. I pretty much have the same level of hatred as Romy Boy has for John Cena. And for me as well, Brock Lesnar is on the same level of hatred as the New England Patriots, the Boston Bruins, the Philadelphia Flyers, the Red Sox. God, there's so many teams I hate, but yeah, Brock Lesnar, go fuck yourself, dude. You are an absolute disgrace to the WWE. You're a terrible wrestler. All you want is just to be in the spotlight. That's it. That's it. It's all you want. You don't even want to be a part of anything. You just want to be there part time, not work your ass off like the rest of the superstars. Show up, get paid, and that's it. Vince McMahon, dude, you need to start focusing on the XFL and get the fuck away from WWE. And I can't wait to see what happens when SmackDown, you get started in SmackDown. That's going to be something. Because if you have Brock Lesnar, Cash, and Kofi Kingston, I'm pretty much going to be done. At this point, I canceled the WWE Network. I originally planned on canceling already. It's going through next week, but I did watch this pay-per-view because I'm done watching. I'll just go to my friend's house and watch it. I'm not even going to watch the next pay-per-view. I'll watch TakeOver online. I'll wait for it. But, dude, this really pissed me off. This took it from being a 4.5 out of 5-star match to a 1. Yeah, that's how much the ending killed it for me. Overall, Money in the Bank, you are severely disappointing. Extremely disappointing. You had 2 good matches the entire night, and the rest of it just sucked. It was disappointing. If I had to give the show a rating, it's a 4 out of 10. Absolutely embarrassing. If that Money in the Bank ladder match didn't have that ending, I probably would give this a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Easily. But this was just embarrassing, WWE. This is absolutely embarrassing. Fuck Brock Lesnar. He's absolute garbage. This is bullshit. So, yeah, that's pretty much my review of Money in the Bank. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I've been watching WWE since 2007, and I've never liked this guy. He's a dick. He's an asshole. He doesn't care about anybody except himself. And he does not deserve the Money in the Bank. He does not deserve to hold the Universal title. He doesn't deserve any of it. And you know why your ratings are continuing to go down the shitter. It's because of stupid fucking moves like this, Vince. Get the fuck out. Let Triple H take over. Go work on the
Firestone Tires now come